Hello, my friends, and happy November 24th. And welcome to Master MicroStrategy, where you and I are both working on mastering Michael Saylor's genius 7 days a week. Now, remember, this is not financial advice, so please consult a financial professional before making any decisions, of course. But man, this is going to be a big week for MicroStrategy. We're going to be getting into why. Very exciting times, in my opinion. I can't wait. And let's just start off with the MSTR tracker. Stock price is at 421. Of course, it's a Sunday, so that's not changing. Move over to the Bitcoin price, which is 96,900. In my opinion, that will be changing for a good, good time and a good reason. The S&P 500 ranking is 106 out of 500. The Bitcoin per share is at $142 per share of Bitcoin. And the NAV premium is 2.95x for a total profit of $15.5 billion with a return percentage of 94%. Again, you're going to see all these numbers change a lot this coming week. What I think for the better, but only time will tell, of course. Let's move into a couple of news articles. We're going to start with the Motley Fool. And again, this company's been around for a while. It's a massive media company. They have a huge followership. So just that they're writing about this is really interesting. The better buy Bitcoin or MicroStrategy. And then some of the key points I talk about is that, Bitcoin's been up 110%, but MicroStrategy is up an even more impressive 462%. MicroStrategy has embarked on a very aggressive strategy to buy as much Bitcoin as it can, as quickly as it can. Yes, they have. And this week will be even more of a showcase of that. And then while MicroStrategy may be outperforming the crypto this year, buy and hold investors are better off just buying Bitcoin. And guess what? My opinion is you should have both. You should have perfect money. You should have Bitcoin in cold storage, your keys, your Bitcoin, have it there. That is your future. MicroStrategy is just a fun leverage play that I'm also putting a big percentage of my portfolio into because I'm such a believer in the Bitcoin treasury company that Michael Saylor is building, what he's able to offer with convertible debts at the market, selling the ATM offerings that he has to buy more Bitcoin, to build the treasury, and then the instruments that he's going to be able to create from those are unbelievably exciting. And then, this article just kind of goes down, talks about the strategy. Again, they just have a very basic understanding of MicroStrategy. They haven't done the research. Do your research. By watching this video, you're doing research. By watching things like MicroStrategy's Q3 earnings call, which, by the way, was a masterclass, you're doing your own research. This article is all about Michael Saylor has revealed that MicroStrategy is making $500 million a day with Bitcoin. Let me repeat, $500 million a day with Bitcoin. What kind of profit is that? It's unbelievable profit. As I kind of go down here, you can see exactly some of the comments he's making, like they very well may be. And they, of course, is MicroStrategy, the most profitable company in the US, growing the fastest right now. There's not many companies making $500 million a day. Let's press play on this and just go ahead and listen because there's some cool things that he says in 40 seconds.
Over the last 2 weeks, Andrew, we've generated $5.4 billion in BTC gains. We're making 500 million a day. I'm staring at my screen and we're selling dollar bills for $3, sometimes a million times a minute. And so it's not impossible. I mean, we may very well be the most profitable company in the United States, growing the fastest right now, because there's not many companies that are making $500 million a day doing what they're doing.
Michael,
and so if you don't like Bitcoin, you don't want any piece of it. But if you like Bitcoin, then this is a monster for you.
Okay, I mean, let's just say monster. This is a monster for you. Let's get into some tweets. This is obviously a very exciting tweet, in my opinion. One of the reasons why I'm really excited for this upcoming week, where Michael Saylor says, we may need more green dots. What does that mean? That means they're about to be buying here, where this little pointer is. They're about to be buying more Bitcoin here. They bought here, they bought here, they bought here, they bought here, they bought here. 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 And they're going to buy here, my friends, because MicroStrategy will be buying Bitcoin forever. They will be building and increasing their Bitcoin treasury forever. And they will be able to use that treasury in more and more exciting ways going forward, some of which we've already seen. Very exciting. I mean, I just love this. So get ready for a big week. Another tweet I wanted to share is from the Bitcoin Therapist. Rumors are circulating MicroStrategy may be buying upwards of 100,000 Bitcoin this weekend in advance of rebalancing of the QQQ ranking on Black Friday. Um, I'll go ahead and click on this. I just kind of give you a little more visual on how Invesco QQQ ETF works. You can pause if you want to read this, but basically that's what MicroStrategy is looking like they're going to be included in next for an index. And again, these indexes are just going to keep stacking until eventually the S&P 500 comes calling. Really bullish and exciting times. This one from the Bitcoin Archive, I wanted to add this in because it's not MicroStrategy specifically, but I think it's really interesting, and I won't make you listen to this video because it's not very interesting. That's why I vetted it for you. But Chinese geologists just discovered 1,000 tons of gold. That's an extra 0.5% added to the global supply. And by the way, 0.5% may not sound like a lot, but that's a ton of gold that has been added to global supply compared to what is normally being added on an annual basis. So this is just where, anybody that says, but gold is scarce as well. And guess what? It's a scarce asset compared to other assets, but not compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin supply is 21 million forever. They will always be digging up more gold for as long as you live, for as long as I live, for as long as our kids live. They will be pulling more gold out of the ground, diluting that supply and just adding to that supply and just diluting its scarcity. And Bitcoin will never have its scarcity diluted ever, ever, ever. 21 million is the cap, my friends. And we're going to see more things like this. In fact, just kind of a quick side note, one of my favorite shows, and it's kind of weird because it's not normally my style, but this has been the case for like 7 years now, so it's not a fad, is the show Gold Rush. I don't know why I love Gold Rush. I flipping love Gold Rush. I love watching Parker and the other crews up there go up and dig gold out of the ground. I just love the whole process of digging down to the pay layer, putting it through the wash plants, getting the gold out of the gold plant afterwards, and then having the weigh in at the end of every week. I love the whole show. So I like gold. Listen, I'm invested in gold. I think gold's a good investment. I've been very much so lightening that investment as I pour more money into Bitcoin and MicroStrategy, of course, because why would you not want to be in the better investments? I do, but it's important to remain diversified. So I'm not anti-gold, but as you can see with this video and with other things, man, it is just obvious who the winner is here. It's called perfect money. It's called Bitcoin. And then the company that's using Bitcoin in the best way is MicroStrategy. And that's amazing. And that's fun. And I hope you see that as well. Any Gold Rush fans, though, just comment below. I'd love to hear that because I just love meeting fellow Gold Rush fans. The new season, by the way, is pretty awesome. Matt posts, they're going to make me scream this from the rooftop. This is a key tweet, by the way. MSTR is not a financial company and will not be excluded for this reason. A financial company in the eyes of the NASDAQ is a regulated commercial bank or investment bank. MSTR is a technology company and will be joining the NASDAQ 100 index on December 20th, 2024. Put that day in your calendar, my friends. That is an exciting day because that's going to mean a ton of passive inflows will be going into MicroStrategy. And by the way, more and more will just be flowing in every single month passively because of that index. And they're going to have an initial allocation on December 20th of a huge chunk for their initial inclusion in the NASDAQ 100 index. So exciting times ahead. No worries about what's happening here. This is going to happen in Matt's opinion and in my opinion as well. I just wanted to share this one because it's funny is index investing Twitter is catching up to MSTR Twitter. It's just the reality. Like, listen, nothing against index investing. I've done it for years. It used to be way back in the day, the best way to have a diversified portfolio that was going to serve you well over 30, 40, 50 years. In my opinion, there is no second best. It's Bitcoin. It's MicroStrategy. It's deciding what percentage allocation you want of those two going forward. Exciting times. This post, by the way, or this tweet by Fred was really interesting. This guy's kind of been very anti Twitter, very anti MicroStrategy for quite a long time. He's coming around because you can't not come around when you spend the time, when you focus, when you read, when you research, when you do the work, you realize there is no second best. It's Bitcoin. You realize that what Michael Saylor is doing to the number one most pristine currency, money, hardest asset in the world with MSTR and his Bitcoin treasury company, that MicroStrategy is a train that you cannot stop. The summary of the MSTR situation, they had a spaces, and he goes through these 6 points. I recommend pausing this and just reading it, but basically, in a nutshell, he's coming around. He's realizing what is happening with MicroStrategy, and this once bear on MicroStrategy is now, in my opinion, in my translation here, becoming a bull, or at least coming around slowly. And we'll see what his future tweets are. But you can see a lot of people are excited about him starting to kind of figure this out. Welcome to the party, Doc. And Fred is all grown up, and now he's kind of getting it. All these different things. So, people are excited that he's coming around because, listen, I'm sure he's a smart guy. I'm sure he's done a lot of research, and now he's realizing the facts and the numbers, and the MicroStrategy train does not lie. So let's go ahead and finish strong with this Michael Saylor clip. I just love when Michael Saylor gets a chance to just share his wisdom. And so this is a clip that I want to just reshare with you right now because it is so powerful. So let's go ahead and listen to Michael and Natalie.
People think I'm a trader, and I'm not a trader. I'm an engineer. They're like, well, how's this trade going? Mike Saylor's got a trade. Such and such made $1 billion. He's down $1 billion. He's up $1 billion. He's up $10 billion. He's made $13 billion on the trade. I'm making $2 billion on a trade. I'm not trading. I'm engineering. I'm engineering a better world. I want Bitcoin to spread because I think it's going to engineer a better world for 8 billion people. I'm engineering a better company at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy is a better company today than it was 4 years ago. A company that can delight its customers. I like making money for my shareholders. I like making money for my employees. I like actually providing a better product for the customer. And people on the outside that don't get Bitcoin, they think, oh, well, that's a speculative asset. It's like, I was on television yesterday. When's it going to go down to 30,000? How can you even ask that question? You don't even understand how this works. People that don't understand engineering don't understand it's perfect money. It was engineered to win. How do you know it's going to win? It's like, how do you know the plane's going to fly? How do you know the gun's going to fire? How do you know the stairs are going to work? Because I'm an engineer. That's what engineers do. We build stuff. We build rockets. So I think the engineering is key. And the same is true with MicroStrategy. People think, well, that's like, you're just getting lucky, you're trading, whatever. We're engineering something. It's a crypto transformer we've engineered here. Just the fact that you have never seen a nuclear reactor doesn't mean that the nuclear reactor doesn't work. It's like, well, when's the nuclear reactor going to stop spitting out electricity? It's not going to spit out electricity as long as we operate the thing properly. The plane's going to keep flying, right? The gun's going to keep firing. And so I'm not a trader. I'm an engineer.
And there you have it, my friends. Wise words from Michael Saylor himself. And here's another day of Master MicroStrategy, where we're just getting a little bit closer to mastering the genius that is MicroStrategy 7 days a week. Subscribe. A new episode is coming live tomorrow. You can be the first to know when you subscribe. I'd love a like if you got any value from this video. And of course, a comment. I will read it. I will respond to it. And I might include it in a future video if you want. It's totally your call. But I love the comments. And please remember, this is not financial advice. Consult a financial professional before making any decisions. This is just me, my opinions, my value, my collecting of all of MicroStrategy's awesomeness into one place for you every single day to just listen to on your walk, on your drive to work. Although if you listen to me, you may not be going to work for very much longer. Just a joke and my opinion. But good things are ahead for all investors of MicroStrategies. So I really hope you enjoyed today's episode. And please remember, there is no second best.